channel.
Alright guys, thanks for staying with us and welcome back to the channel. Friends, we'll give you the best and nothing but the best of every sporting event, from fans' reaction to pre-match and post-match analysis, and of course in-depth match analysis. Why Baba? Yeah, it's good to have you here. Inshallah.
Always a pleasure.
Join us on social media platform on Facebook, TikTok, X and YouTube, all at Final Whistle 931. It's no longer a news that Elisica will share. The head coach of the Super Eagles has dropped his 31-man list, and I have official and AY here who gave me their opinion regarding that. But official and AY, now don't change your mind. I'll be your opinion assistant.
We don't know about official, but I think I've had to do one or two. When I eventually went to my closet, I did one or two abracadabra.
Okay.
Was eventually found out that so many things has to be
corrected.
Okay. Now let's not forget that ever since that time we've had some injury worries, like Stanley Wabale. So I think it would have altered some of our choices. And it's the same thing with Akro Adams. Okay. So we have altered some of our lists. Yeah. Then particularly, I now thought about something again. Now we are saying from 31 to 23 man list. I discovered that I discussed with official house behind cameras. We discovered that we have 4 players that are on yellow cards already. Yeah. I think Tolu Arokudari, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Alex Iwobi.
Then Wilfred Ndidi outside. Then Bright Osai. You understand? Those are the 4 names that are already on FIFA books before this match. Now got done on me that doesn't make sense if we go into a very crucial match with just 23 players, having known that 4 of them are already on yellow card. I'm sure that these 4 would eventually make the final list. Definitely. So I would suggest, because when we look at these fixtures, we have the most difficult fixtures.
Yeah,
now we are facing Rwanda first in our home. Rwanda is seated second on the log. Then 3 days again we are facing South Africa, who is actually first on the group. So we are facing the first and second on the group within 5 days.
Tough one.
So compared to South Africa that is facing Lesotho, who is actually bottom of the group, they're facing Nigeria, who is actually fourth on the group. So you can see the difference. So we have to be self-conscious. We have to be self-aware. And I would advise, or let me say, if Elisakoche watch this video, to actually have something like a standby player.
Yes, okay, back up.
I think they do it most time, maybe because of injury, but this time it might be because of injury and then suspension. Because let's assume we are going to be facing Rwanda, a cracker match. Because we saw what they give us when we traveled there. So it's not going to be easy. So what if 1 or 2, 3 players get
injured?
No, not injured. Get on the books of the referee again, and they are already suspended. That means we will now have to travel to South Africa with less than 23 players. I don't know whether you understand the gist. So I think it makes sense if they can think about it in this direction and then have players on standby instead of the usual 23-man call-up list. Let them have like 3 extra players as standby. I know this is going to be a financial burden on the NFF, and this is why they might not want to do it, because you have to send invites, travel itineraries, and it's going to be expensive. So, but I think it makes sense because we are seeing a Wilfred Ndidi that would also want to mark the ball. We are seeing a Bright side that can actually get carded at any point in time. So that we're not going to feel another ineligible player in South Africa, and then all our claims will now be. It is important that they know that 4 of our players are already on yellow cards, and any mistakes from them it's tantamount to get another yellow card, which means you'll be suspended for the next match. So when you have players on standby, it would have made sense if we had an MPFL players who are already on ground, but we don't have any of them. So we'll have said, okay, pack your boots and join the team. But most of these players are in Europe. So if you don't send, if you restrict the invite to just 23 players, it's just as saying 20 players will come. So at that point in time, when your players get suspended, you can't start sending invite again. So I think they should think about it in this direction and invite more than 23 players.
I think that's it.
Yes, maybe 26. Get 3 players on standby in case any of the players get suspended. For the Rwanda game, then you can actually now bring in those ones to come and feature in.
I think that's a very good advice from you.
I think and because of the kind of institution we find ourselves, NFF, I don't think they want to do that, like you said, financial burden and everything. So I don't trust them enough to take that measure. Another incredible way to solve all this is by a show. That's why we have talked about lists. Sometimes we come here and sit down, we talk about this list is not this list. It's because we know that a lot can go wrong. Yellow cards, red card are not for animals. They are for players. You understand now? consciously, subconsciously, a player can get booked, knowingly or unknowingly. You understand now? It's another different thing for us to know that indeed is yellow card away from playing South Africa. Indeed, he might get carried away and forget. Putting tackles. We saw that happen in the Champions League. One of the most biggest game of Arsenal's career in the last 10 years. Thomas Partey. We might never know. He probably played that first leg. Something different would have happened. He missed the match through silly bookings and everything. That is the football aspect. You are running. Nobody tells you. The tempo of the game. You understand?
Determine whether you get
now. My own solution to all this yellow cards booking is by Eric Shaw picking the final 23. That is credible. That is why when we were analyzing the list and I was saying the numbers of defender, number of midfielders, I was based on my picking. I was picking. For example, when we were talking about the defense, I was speaking 2 left back, 2 right back. I was doing that. I know Bright Samuel Osayi is a yellow card away. So we have Olaina as backup. So if I don't see Bright Osayi play against Rwanda, I won't be too bothered. You understand what I'm saying now? Ndidi now, when I was speaking Ndidi and I was speaking Onyeka, I was saying, okay, if I don't get to see Onyeka Ndidi play, look at away from South Africa, play South Africa, and I see Onyeka starting that game, I won't be too bothered. So Skashel now has to cook this final 23, knowing fully well that those guys on yellow card, he has to have a credible backup on the bench, or that can actually start the game. That is as equal as good as Ndidi. He has to pick a midfielder that he can trust as Ndidi to start the game. He has to pick a midfielder. Christos Uche definitely that is as good as Alex Iwobi to start that kind of game. He has to pick a right back, Olaina, that is as good as Bright Osayi, that is yellow card away from starting the game. He has to pick a striker that is as good as Togo Aroko starting the game.
You are saying the yellow card should determine your starting lineup.
No, I'm just saying that is another solution. I don't trust NFF to follow the direction you are going to. I don't trust them.
Because me and you will not do it.
I'm just saying that's
the solution. The solution is an advice. Because I don't trust them.
I'm seeing the Tulu Aroko
Yes.
On the yellow card. You understand? I'm sure he didn't start that match.
Yes,
he got from the bench. Yellow card, you can even get yellow
on the bench.
Yellow card
even on the bench.
Why not play? So that's what it means. So if they like, they should take the
if they like.
We are just this is our own work.
Obvious what's going on now.
They might not even be aware that some of these players have yellow card.
Exactly.
So it's our work. That's why we are putting it out there. It's our work. That's why we are putting it out there. It won't be. These are very important players. We can't distribute them because they have yellow cards. Because they got the yellow card while playing for the country. So it is wise enough. 3 or 4 players will not cost them anything. I'm saying it on it will not cost them anything.
As if you don't know anything.
That's what I'm saying. That means we are not intentional about going to the World Cup.
I don't trust
because I don't want a situation whereby somebody will be playing cautiously.
They will leave and go dribble
because he does not want to get booked.
South Africa.
When we have enough players that can stand by. So you know that just give us your best. You understand? You give it up. If you get on the spot of FIFA's book, there's no problem. But I think it makes sense. 3 or 4 players will not hurt.
I think that's a tough one. You know why the 31-man list cannot go. All of them cannot go to the qualifier. So definitely we are going there with 23-man list and AY. I want to hear from you regarding this one now. If you are going with 23,
if you are going with 23, I think the goalkeeping section is sorted already. Since the time Wabali has been
out already. Okay.
Some people have
found out. Or is it the doubt?
It's injured. Are you gambling on it?
I'm sure. I'm sure the doubt. It won't make sense. If I'm sure maybe the list will be out today.
I think we have to plan. We have to plan the life after
Salim. Like you plan whatever you have on ground.
Exactly.
Even if they tell you that he's going to be fit in the next 2 or 3 days,
you can't guarantee.
I'm sure the list is going to be out before then. You have to stick to what you have here.
Okay.
Fitness comes first. We saw how he was not mentally stable and so we need players that are mentally and physically stable.
Okay.
So I think people are saying they should invite more players. More goalkeepers. But I think it's not going to work at this point in time. Because if they invite more goalkeepers and indictment on them, why didn't you invite them in the first place? You feel like they were good enough.
Your program list can be as far as 50.
Mas Obaseki, Adebayo Adele, and Akot Ebenezer. The 3 goalkeepers. I don't know what official has.
Are you going with the same one?
No. I feel that Stanabali will pass a late fitness test. Not because I want him to, but I feel that he would pass it because there's a lot at stake. Whether we like it or not, Stanabali is not our best option. He's not the best goalkeeper in the world. But as it stands on paper, as Super Eagles is concerned today, he's our best option. I'm telling you, they will patch him through. And I see him going through.
Who will patch him through? South Africa,
Nigeria.
His club will not patch him through. We have to come to Nigeria.
That's his opinion.
The whole neck. Today we don't see the club will say player.
I just feel like if he was stretched out, we don't know the intent of the injury, but if he was stretched out, he's not that kind of player that would always.
I think tomorrow we'll have a match. We're going to see him probably on the bench.
All the list drop this evening.
That's what I'm saying.
Would you put the player that you are not? The player that you are not sure of.
I feel the final 23 list bar. Before they make it, they will reach out to the players. So definitely, I trust the Shaw's process. Definitely, I know they will reach out to him. But I'm telling you that I know for certain that
Stanley Wabali is going to
make the list. He's going to make the list.
So are you dropping
Stanley Wabali?
Yeah, I don't want to take that chance.
Adeleye Adebayo and
Obaseki. So Akot is out.
I feel it's too soon, and he'll get this chance in the next.
Who are you going with your defenders, official?
Defenders is a tricky one. I'm going with 8 defenders, shockingly, because our problem is seeing out games. You understand that if Erika Shell eventually starts with a back 4, definitely. If he had resulted to a back 5 against Zimbabwe at 75 or 80 minutes, I'm telling you, would have been able to seal that one goal. True. So I'm going with the back 8. So Trust Ekong as a captain, Bruno Sopro Yemachi as the first left back, Felix Agu as the second left back, Olaina as the first right back, Bright Samuel Osai as the second right back, Igor Ogbu, Kevin Bassi, and finally Benjamin Frederick. So 8 defenders. 4 fullbacks and 4 centre backs.
That's tough one.
Yes, I think since our strong goals in our attack, so I eventually had more attackers than defenders. So instead of me going with the 8 that official I went for just 7. So from my list, I have the captain William Trustekon that plays in Saudi. Kevin Bassett that plays in his trade in Fulham, English Premier League. Then all I know, also Nottingham Forest English Premier League. Prior to I just joined the Birmingham City. Ogu plays in Slava Prague. Felix Agu plays in Germany. Then Benjamin Frederick. So boy on the block.
So you drop Bruno.
Yes, Bruno.
Okay, well let me take you to the midfielders. So are you taking with the midfielders?
Yes, because of I considered every factor. I factored in enough, and I was frank with myself. So to drop one player that most people might not find is a very unpopular opinion. So I dropped Frank Onyeka.
Yeah, I know you are not frank to Frank.
So I have to be frank with myself. I have to be frank with Frank. So you go very start for me. Dele Bashiru makes the list. Rafael Onyedika, who just got promoted, who's just going to be playing in the UEFA Champions League. They got qualified some nights ago. Alex Iwobi plays for Fulham, an integral member of the Super Eagles. He's having a good run in the Premier League with his club Fulham. Presentor Suchi, one of the new boys on the block. And Alassane Yusuf, our quota system.
Asan Yusuf, you go in either for Yeka.
My quota system. Quota system is going to come from midfield.
Official, give me your quota system. I beg.
You have to consider
system has to be there now.
It has to be there. That's how we put it.
It's all of us.
You consider
all of us. When we want to go World Cup,
don't worry. Then
give me your midfielders, official.
So I'm going with 5 midfielders in this case because 3 has to start. And the reason why I'm going for 3 midfielders is for the fact that some attackers we have seen Ariska Shaw make do with some attackers inverting to that midfield role. So definitely I'm going with the midfield 5 of I know that you would definitely play. You understand? So my midfield 5 is Alexander Iwobi, Christantus Uche, Rafael Onyedika of Club Brugge, fantastic player. Wilfred Ndidi, our vice captain, and because of Ndidi's yellow card, the person that can do another mop of work, Frank Onyeka.
Now you are Frank to Frank.
So 5 midfielders.
5 midfielders. That's a big one. Now let's go to the front line. Official line AY Baba. What are you taking with?
Yes, that leaves me with just 7 slots. The remaining final 23. I'm going with 7 attackers here across the front 3 or front 2 or front 4, whatever system Erika Oshe wants to look at. And the person on my first list, undisputed number 9, Victor Osimhen. And nobody doubt that one now. So we have Ademola Lookman. Shockingly, I just put him there because I don't know. Like I said, we don't know this mental state of mind. But I feel that let us leave that mental aside. Football-wise, it's no brainer dropping Ademola Lookman as it stands. Samuel Chukwueze, the fan favorite now under Erika Oshe. Moses Simon, the teacher's favorite son. Then Tolu Arokodare.
Please, Allah, don't do that.
Tolu Arokodare. Then Cyril Dessers, if he pass a late fitness test today, if he does not, I'm putting in Victor Boniface. But mind you, my first option is what? Cyril Dessers. When if he's fit, understandable. If he does not pass, I will put in a Victor Boniface. Then lastly, my quota system, Sadiq Umar.
I know, but you have to consider all of those things.
Okay,
for me, it was easy for me. This pick was easy for me, so I went for Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen,
number 9.
Moses Simon, the veteran. Three Dessers, like Ovishola says, if he passes the left fitness test, because he needs to play one competitive match at least before he retires. Tolu Arokodare. Terry Murphy is in top form. So I'm going in this list.
I don't know. I feel I didn't go with Terry Murphy.
If If you are seeing a player has to play in their club, and we have not seen Lukman this season.
Yeah,
I've not seen. He has not played any competitive match.
Exactly.
No, I'm not saying I drop Lukman. I'm saying Terry Murphy that has scored, that is scoring. So I think it will not be fair on Terry Murphy.
Okay.
I pick Terry Murphy, and I pick Lukman. So, but like I earlier said, I think I have some players on the standby.
Okay.
So Nakantela makes the standby because I know you can play in neutral position. If he does, then we will actually substitute him for another player. Nakantela, Frank Oyeka, and Bruno Imachi are my standby players.
Okay, standby players. What shall I do as standby players?
Standby player has to go to the MPFL. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt.
No, they were not on this list.
They were not on this list. Now you have to pick from the list.
Okay, from the list. Sorry, my bad. Standard players that I talked about option B for Cedars in case he doesn't make the list. So definitely Victor Boniface will be on my standby player.
Okay.
Al Hassan Yusuf shockingly as that defensive midfield role. In case something happens with Onyeka or Rafael Ndidi. And lastly, Harcourt, Ebenezer. Yeah, Harcourt. In case.
It makes a lot of sense.
Harcourt, in case.
I didn't see that coming.
Well, you said if they pass fitness test.
In case Harcourt did not make it. In case Stanabali did not make it.
You gave us an injury list. It does us if he passes the late fitness test.
Exactly.
The
same thing.
You brought the standby now.
No, I'm saying if there's no standby, that means you have 2 injury players on your list.
Official, I feel like say, you know one kind of go this World Cup.
I'm telling
what if they don't pass?
These people I'm telling through, like, I'm calling them.
Like, what if they don't come pass them?
They definitely. I feel that they would. You know why? Yes, in the ranking order in that striking role, after Victor Osimhen at the low.
Yes. But injury is a factor there.
You feel called 23 men, you no see ball kick.
I understand.
The only thing we're making a case for is anything if you make you did that bench.
You have to agree that somebody has been starting. Yeah.
Okay.
You understand now? But some not everyone go play ball.
Yeah.
You understand? If on a good day now, Onyeka not supposed to start if indeed they play well. 90 minutes no do one.
Yeah.
90 minutes. When indeed they don't get old now.
Yeah.
You know they tired.
He does not
before they tire on a normal.
Yeah.
Osimhen 90 minutes they do one.
Yes.
So where to leave one play? You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So that's just basically I trust Escasho to do the
info. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, official.
Always.
Bye, Baba. Thank you so much. I think official Aniwa has done justice to that, and now it's left for the coach Elisika Oshel to cook a very good 21-man list for us to take us to 23. Sorry.
And they have
and there's some backup.
Backup 23, so make it 26.
So 26 automatically 26. That's what you're cooking.
What I'm suggesting.
Okay.
Now final
AY go sponsor them now.
It's on them now. If we don't qualify, it's on them.
Alright guys, that's our time on this production. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.